To remain updated with the latest business news, click on the bell icon.
Hi, folks. You're tuned into Business Today. I'm Sakshi Batra. Well, I'm going to be talking about how ratings agencies like Fitch and Moody's and S&P have now downgraded Russia's credit rating to junk status. So what does this junk status really mean? How will it really impact the economy and investments right there? That's what it's going to be the focus of this video. First of all, let's understand what the news is. So ratings agencies Fitch and Moody's have now downgraded Russia by 6 notches to junk status now, saying that the Western sanctions put against Russia have thrown into doubt Russia's ability to service its debt and would also weaken its economy going forward. Now, this comes in as a huge shock to Russia's creditworthiness. Russia's financial markets have already been thrown into turmoil by its invasion into Ukraine and the stiff Western sanctions that followed against it. Now, the invasion has also triggered a flurry of credit rating moves against Russia and dire warnings about the impact this could have on Russia's economy as well. Last week, we saw S&P ratings agency lowering Russia's rating to junk status. Thereafter, we saw both Fitch and Moody's talk about and downgrade Russia's status to junk. Now, Fitch has downgraded Russia to B rating from triple B and placed the country's ratings on rating watch negative. Talk about Moody's now, which last week had flagged the possibility of a downgrade and now has cut the credit rating by 6 notches as well to B3 from Baa3 initially. Now, Fitch has said that the only other precedent to such a large 6-notch downgrade on any single sovereign entity was back in the year 1997 when South Korea was downgraded. So what exactly is the junk status? That is going to be the focus. Let's try and understand. Junk status actually refers to a credit rating of an entity, of an asset, or a country and its ability to meet its future obligations. If a ratings agency downgrades a country to a junk status, it actually means that it has downgraded the country's rating to sub-investment or non-investment status. This is a signal to investors that there is a risk of the country's debt, which has increased. In short, it means that the government may not have enough money to pay back what has been borrowed, or whether the investments may get stuck or not. Now, remember that Fitch in its report has said that the severity of international sanctions in response to Russia's military invasion of Ukraine has heightened the macro financial stability risks. This represents a huge shock to Russia's credit fundamentals and could also undermine its willingness to service the government debt. Now, Fitch has also said that US and European Union sanctions prohibiting any transactions with the Central Bank of Russia would have a much larger impact on Russia's credit fundamentals than any other previous sanctions that we have seen on Russia before this in history. Now, these sanctions could also weigh on Russia's willingness to repay the debt, Fitch has really warned in its report. Analysts at JP Morgan have also said that sanctions imposed on Russia have significantly increased the chances of the country defaulting on its dollar and other international market government debt as well. Now, for a country, for an economy, what does this junk status mean? Let's try and understand that too. When a country or a company is downgraded from an investment grade rating to a junk rating grade, then there are immediate effects. For a start, most of the pension funds and investment products designed for the retirement savings are only allowed to be invested in the investment grade instruments only. The result is that any of these funds must immediately sell the bonds that have been downgraded. Now, this can cause the prices to tumble because only certain funds can buy the bonds now. When bond prices fall, the yields will rise. So if a country with a junk rating wants to issue new bonds, it will also need to pay a higher interest rate on that debt. That also immediately puts more pressure on the ability to meet the future obligations the country has. Junk rating, in a way, really warns investors about the risks of investing in a particular economy, in the investment options given by the economy, or an asset class as well. So that's what the junk status really means, that the ratings agencies have now given to Russia. They have downgraded Russia's rating by 6 notches and brought it down to junk status due to the current war, the sanctions that have been put against Russia, and the risks that it has, led to talk about how Russia will not be perhaps able to fulfill its future obligations with regards to debt. That's what the junk status means. We'll keep you updated with such important and informative videos. And for that, you need to subscribe to our Business Today YouTube channel. Do like and subscribe to this channel as well so that you can continuously see these videos that are up for you. Thanks a lot for tuning in.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.